about recycling. Okay, we all have to sort our rubbish, put it into the right bins. There's different types of recycling. And I'm sure we're all experts, but I might remind us. So, strictly speaking, recycling is... What would we do with this plastic if we were recycling it?
Put it in the compost bin.
No. Put it in the brand bin.
This goes off to a factory where it gets chopped up and then reprocessed into something entirely new. It takes quite a bit of energy. But it might get spun into a fibre which goes to make fleeces and things like that. That's recycling. What else could we do with this? We could reuse it, right? We could fill it with water and use it for a second time, or, as Malcolm does, we reuse our wine bottles for making homemade wine.
Yeah.
So that's reusing. Then there's repurposing, which is you take something and you make it into something different. Okay? So this is last year's Christmas card, and it's been repurposed as a gift tag for this year. As an as yet unclaimed Christmas card. So that's being reused in a different way. And none of that is upcycling. So if I can have my slide, I think I've got one picture.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, this is an example of reusing. Okay. And those of you who know me know I have a bit of a thing about this. So this was a tub in a skip. And I thought, we can't possibly leave a tub like that in a skip. I've got to fill it with nice flowers and make it look beautiful. So that's just, giving something a second use. But God is a master of upcycling. And that is when you take something and you make it better than it was originally. So I appreciate Danny and Becky talking about how God really, really values each of us for the best of us. Romans 5:18 talks about how one righteous act, that was what Jesus did on the cross for us, resulted in justification and life for all people. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says that God has made everything beautiful in its time. Some of us might think about some of the problems or struggles we've got in life at the moment, either in our own life or the lives of people we love who are close to us. Ecclesiastes 3 tells us that God makes everything beautiful in its time. And 1 Peter 2, this is the upcycling bit. You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Once you were not a people, but now you are the people of God. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. So God upcycles us, and then he makes us, ordinary people, into a royal priesthood. So if you look on Pinterest, as Becky said, you find examples of things which have been made into new amazing things and sold for higher value. But you know what? God does an even bigger thing than that in the communion, when he takes us and makes us into this royal priesthood. That's one of the things that I like to remember when I take communion, which is a reminder for us every week of what God did on the cross.
Let's pray together. Let's pray. Father, thank you that you do something amazing in us and to us when Christ comes into us.